Hello, let's make connections. What do we have today? What do what? Shrinkage, yada yada. Those are both jokes or sort of running jokes in episodes of Seinfeld. So's Festivus. That's a sort of holiday that's invented in Seinfeld. That's got to be what these. I mean, there's no way that's not what these are. I mean, Festivus is an invented word entirely, so it must be regifting. This feels deeply like it would be a kind of Seinfeld subject. That one I can remember the context of Festivus yada yada and shrinkage. I can't offhand remember regifting. It's probably something George Costanza did. It seems like something he would do. I bet that's it. I think these are sort of jokes from Seinfeld, basically. I don't think I see anything else that would fit into that category, so I'm fairly confident that'll be the case. But let's see what else we can find. I mean, freezing and melting. Is there something with that? Maybe icing? Don't really mean the same thing. Oh, vaporization. This is state change, perhaps? Oh, so maybe it is icing. As in water icing up. So icing would be changing. Oh, no, but that's the same as freezing. Condensation. There we go. So freezing is from liquid to solid. Condensation is from gas to liquid. Melting is from solid to liquid. And vaporization is from liquid to gas. Okay, I think these are state changes of matter, basically. So what? Oh, I see one. Gravy, bonus, and extra. You could say, well, I've already made how much I need, so everything else is gravy. It's bonus. It's extra. It's icing on the cake. There we go. That's it. Okay, so there should only be one category left. This is going pretty quickly, actually, which would be foot, contraction. Oh, it'll be what, like an apostrophe, which can represent a foot, or a word contraction. What else? Possessive, yeah, definitely. And then a quote. Yes, okay. So it's a sort of apostrophe or single quote mark can represent these things. That feels purple because it's, I don't know, it just does. It feels more purple than the others. I'm going to try that. Yes, what that can indicate. Okay, I bet the Seinfeld thing will be blue because it's pretty weird and specific. Shrinkage, yada yada, Festivus, and regifting. Regifting is definitely the case after confirming all these other categories. Yes, concepts from Seinfeld. What a funny category. I mean, that would be one where it would be basically impossible to identify if you didn't already recognize these things. I think the state change feels a bit less obvious, maybe. Well, I don't know about that, actually. Now that I'm saying it. I was thinking because it's a scientific concept, it feels maybe less straightforward, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. Whatever, I'm going to put it in. Freezing. Oh, no, wait. Yes, freezing, melting, condensation, vaporization. I got confused by icing again, but that's not this, because that would be the same thing as freezing. So I think these are states of matter changing. Phase transitions for liquids. That's interesting. I didn't identify that they all specifically involve liquids, but they do. Okay. And icing, extra gravy, bonus. This means like what? Additional perk. Yeah. Okay. Great. So that was ultimately, I think, I found that reasonably straightforward, but that's because the Seinfeld thing jumped out at me. Average difficulty. Okay, fair enough. So that's interesting. Even before the U.S. has woken up here in UK time, or Europe more broadly, still average difficulty. So this might even start to have a higher solve rate as the time goes on. In the day, we'll see. I don't know. You can let me know in the comments if that's happening. So maximum score today with the reverse rainbow. That's nice. And Yeah, look at that concept from Seinfeld's Seinfeld. More than a quarter of people got that one first, and then phase transitions for liquids. Nearly half of people. By the way, the only reason I mentioned that thing about U.S. time is because not because I'm aware that lots of people have seen Seinfeld who did not grow up in the U.S., but I only say that because in the comments there are always people who point out the kind of U.S. centrality of many of these themes. So I'm just responding to that sort of very common reaction. Anyway, nearly half of people saw the phase transitions first. I think I saw that second after Seinfeld, and then additional perk, and then this feels like a reasonable order. Matter transitions, also including contraction and shrinkage. Yeah, I could sort of imagine just sort of in general, right? I mean, metal can shrink, contract, or expand, and there are different things that can happen to matter. Freezing, icing, melting, vaporization. Yeah, the icing I considered for a moment. Grammar terms, contraction, possessive, yada yada, and quote. That's funny. Punctuation, use cases, contraction, shrinkage, possessive, quote. Yeah, I sort of get that. Shrinkage is kind of like contracting a word. Sitcom coinages, contraction, shrinkage, possessive, regifting. I don't quite get what this one is. Anyway, there we go. Those were the connections. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.